Wait a minute. Hold on. We are live now.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Leandro. Today is the day you're going to pass the subjects. Today is the day you're going to know that having good marks isn't that difficult. And the most important is that today you're not going to be punished by your mom. Have you ever failed a subject? This happened to most of my friends, and probably to you too. Subjects have been always a huge problem to students, taking into account the many obstacles students have to pass, such as the cell phones and exams. To begin with, are the teachers. Their way of teaching can influence in you. For example, you don't like a teacher who gives a lot of exercises and you pass every class writing and thinking the answer, and then imagine that you are going to have classes with her or him until the last day of the sixth year. So the best way to have good results is to endure boredom and get used little by little, because maybe one day you will like her or his classes. This takes us to another topic. The concept is very important because for many teachers this is the mark which influences the most in the report. The key is to take note of the important words and ideas. I also advise you to not laugh at a joke as students makes, because it is irrespectful and teachers take it into account. Besides, put your hands up to give an answer only when you know it, and never give a fast answer that has nothing to do with the question. Getting back to with the notes, they are important because they will later be fundamental for the tests. Tests are a way of showing that you have learned a certain subject. As I said at the beginning, there are obstacles that are in charge of making the word study more difficult. For example, the technology. Nowadays, many children have their own cell phones, and also many pass all the day using them, not for information nor for study, but for playing games or speaking with their friends, while she or he can be talking with them face to face. In this case, for them the time passes very fast, and the time for them to study becomes shorter. Another example is the low self-esteem. Many people aren't confident of themselves. Before the test, when you need to study, they really don't study because they think that they in their lives were going to pass them. This is sad because those people with a little of effort can maybe pass them, but what they are doing is to throw the opportunities to the dustbin. Now I advise you to not study for 4 hours a day and at the same time thinking in the PS4, because that is useless. You are not learning. You are memorizing, or worse, you are wasting time. You only need to study between 15 and 25 minutes, but learning really. Finally, with those different marks, teachers make an average, and that will be your final mark. In conclusion, follow these steps and you will have good results.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gabriel, and today we're talking about that if you're in love, don't suffer about it, because it has consequences. Like this can make your marks get lower. Well, uh, and this is very important. Probably you're going to be sad all the time or wanting to cry and something like that. Well, feelings like this can turn into depression. That is a very serious illness, and some people can make suicide because of this illness. Yes. Well, some people will say this can heal with a psychology, but I think the best medicine to sadness is love and affection. Um, okay. Other thing that other thing that I want to say is that you don't have to get mad. If you need help, tell this to your best friend or your family. Well, now I will tell you some of my experience in this. This happened to me, obviously. I fell in love, as everybody in life. And, well, it was sad. I was sad all the time. I didn't pay attention to anything. That was the only thing that I think in the day. And, well, I was sad. I cried. Yeah, and you will say that it's a stupid thing of being sad, and you're right. Um, then I decided to tell this to my mom, and she really helped me, and my friends too, because I was sad, and they made me laugh and support me when I was sad. Um, well, also in a moment I think why I'm doing this, and that opened my mind. I think in other things. I was with my friends and I have fun, as every teacher has to do. Well, other thing I want to say is that if you have a friend that had this problem, go and help him as much as you can. Well, thank you for hearing me, and goodbye.
Very good.
Good afternoon. My name is Julia Gasashe, and in my speech, I will talk about a phrase of chauvinism that Eduardo Arias said. This phrase said chauvinism is meant fear of woman without fear. As we can see, the society has grown a lot, but are we still in the age of past, or how can there be people with a closed mind? I dream to be accepted by the society repairing my car or playing with guns. I dream, and we all dream, to stop doing the things of the house and not going to work like in the past. In conclusion, I choose this phrase of Eduardo Galeano because he's a man and he wants to stop this too. In my opinion, all people that think that man can make the hard working, it is thinking in a bad way.
Good afternoon, my name is Auxiliar Rodriguez, and today I'm going to speak about racism. What is racism? Racism is a discrimination against someone of a different race, believing that you're superior to the other person. About some hundred years ago, the society had been discriminating a lot to someone depending on their skin color. Thanks God, the society had changed, but not at all. The racism continues being in school, jobs, in the streets, and in much more places. Why we put labels if we didn't choose how to born? I didn't select brown or blonde hair, black or blue eyes. When everybody see a person in the street or anywhere else, we just start predicting how the person's class and disease personality is, when we don't know anything about that person. I really don't know why we do that, just for seeing one simple characteristic about their physical. In Finlandia, in 2018, the 63% of the society has suffered racism. Stop with this entire thing. It hasn't got sense. When we do that, we think that we are the best, but no. We are doing a step back for the society. If we continue doing this, we will never advance.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ignacio Alvarez Marcelli, and here I'm going to present my case of bullying, in specific, all the feelings that it makes you feel. When we talk about bullying, we might think about the typical bullying that bothers someone, for example, excluding someone. For example, a bully can talk in a bad way to someone. He can also exclude someone, maybe making him feel depressed. It can make changes in the personality, and the worst is that it can make a person to do bullying. So, it's okay to do bullying? Of course, no. So, can we stop this? The answer, so how can we stop this? The answer is to talk with your children, share the feelings. In the case of school, it would be to speak to your teacher or with the psychologist of the school. The important thing is to stop bullying. So start including yourselves into your children's life. Thank you for listening to me.
That's all, no?